As I said in my Gosram video, Temple of Veeshan is like my favorite place to raid, especially in Scars of Velious, but even just like an early EverQuest, outside of like Plane of Time, I just love spending time in Temple of Veeshan. Did not spend a lot of time in West Temple of Veeshan, but we are here today, and we killed Gosram earlier, and now we're going to kill Telkorenar, who is just south of here, where all my raid is. Just going to show you how to get to him real fast if you can't read the map. You're going to come in from the entrance of Temple of Veeshan and come up here to the main room, nickel left, go to west, and jump off this one-way passage. There's only one way out once you do this, besides evacuating or gating out, which is way over here by LTK, who we're not going to fight. We're going to come out here and deal with this crossroad of nonsense. Tough pulling all these. You got to be careful. They all AoE and they can overwhelm. Even a big raid, my raid, can get overwhelmed by those guys. So I generally don't fight in here unless I was gearing up, which I prefer to fight in halls of testing. It's a little easier to pull, and I personally prefer the Sky Shrine armor better than the Kale armor. The Kale armor drops here. The Sky Shrine armor drops in halls of testing. They're almost equal. The Kale armor has like higher armor class, I believe, some hit points and mana, and the Sky Shrine armor has better resists and better stats. So coming in here, we have Telkorenar, and he's a little different than Gosram. So Gosram, you can cast Complete Heal with the clerics hidden right here. Telkorenar is a little too far away, and I don't think you can hide right here. It's just line of sight. So if you zoom in to the 87 range, you can see that I can't see the raid. Even if I stand like right here, the raid's gone. They're not on the screen. So I'm not going to be able to cast Complete Heal from that hiding spot. So the clerics are going to have to take some damage, or at least tank it if I want to use Complete Heal. And you don't need Complete Heal on Telkorenar, but if you have a smaller group, you might. Like say you're playing 30 or 24, you're probably going to want a Complete Heal chain. So I'll show you how we're going to solve for that. But first of all, let me bring up his stats and take a look at what he's got going on. So here's Telkorenar. He's a red dragon. He's kind of like Nagafin. He's like a harder Nagafin. He's a monk. He has 280k health. Hits for 480. Very low accuracy, like a trash mob. Somewhat slow attack delay, but he is slowable, which makes me even slower. Once you slow him, it's going to be easy cake. If you can slow him, which as we can see down here of his resist, you won't be able to slow him because he's 1,000 in every resist. So unless you have a fire-based slow, which I don't think bards do, or anyone else for that matter, I'm pretty sure you're not going to get a slow off on him. But he's slow enough. He does triple attack, but no flurry, nothing to worry about. You will be using fire magic on him. Why a fire dragon is weak to fire and why a cold dragon is weak to cold is kind of weird. It's kind of backwards in Nagafin and Vox, but that's just how I got programmed on the emulator and possibly on live. He casts Lava Breath, which is similar to Nagafin's Breath. It does 250 damage, and it dispels a buff. It's every 12 seconds. Honestly, if you can get your fire resist high enough, you're probably not going to notice it. Because even if it debuffs you, you're not going to take full damage. And the bards, at this point in progression, I mean, their hit point... Oh, their songs aren't even playing. Honestly, oh, they are playing. I'm in GM mode. Sorry, turn GM mode off. When you have GM mode on, you can't accept new buffs. So I'm just curious, what is my hit point regen with Bard Song? 63. So you're going to get hit for 250 every 12 seconds, and then I'm going to regenerate 63 of that every 6 seconds. So even if I take full damage every time, I'm regenerating pretty much half the AoE. And this is what's kind of cool about bards and stuff like this. That's one reason to have a bard in every group. And you can actually have the bard use the raid version. I just don't because it causes packet issues and I get disconnected. That was a long story. Okay. By the way, if you like seeing this kind of content, please smash that thumbs up button and hit subscribe. And without further ado, we're going to kill Telkorenar. So what we're going to do is we're going to put everyone on autofollow, and we're going to charge on in, have the clerics turn off autofollow, immediately switch their complete heal rotation on, set the timing to 6 seconds, and kill him. So we're going to do /NS, and we're going to do fast fire. I could do big fire, but you draw less aggro with the faster spells. So the wizards and casters will do less DPS, but they're not going to pull aggro. And I don't want to pull aggro. So I'm going to put everyone on follow, and I'm going to cast Furious. Like I said, Furious, run in, turn off follow, complete heal chain, turn off the buffs. No people buffing. Let's give them a second to finish that. Okay, here we go. Here goes Furious, running in. Gonna run through them, spin them around, Let everyone get into place, get into place, get into place, get into place, get into place. Stop following. Complete complete heal chain. Turn it on. Set timing to 6 seconds. This is good if you have like 3 clerics, you know, because again, easy fight. A small team could do this. We're gonna debuff him. It's probably not gonna do anything. We're gonna dot him. The dots will probably hit him. Fire dots. And they're just gonna engage. And I have defensive up. And I had someone ask me to do some of these fights with less characters. It's really difficult to log in some of the characters because my script logs them all in. And then I don't really have like a raid team lined up for less characters. I guess what I could do is like not log in or not bring in certain groups. So like I could do like I could try doing like 1 tank group, 1 melee group, and 1 caster group. It's just that some of the groups kind of cast around to other groups. It would screw up all the buffs. It would screw up all the complete. I don't know if it would screw up the complete heals. It probably would actually. So unfortunately, it's not feasible to do a smaller team. However, I just started playing on live again. I'm on one of the TLPs on one where it's later in the game and boxing is allowed. And I don't use MacroQuest on live because it is against the rules and I don't want to get banned. So I use IS Boxer. And I was thinking about making some videos of the 6-man crew. It's a new group. I started over because I'm on a new server, and they're like level 52 now. I think as of recording this, by the time you see this video, they're probably much higher level. And I'd probably do some 6-man raid content. Like maybe I'll get to level 70 and raid this zone as 6 level 70s or whatever I can handle at 65 even, just so you can see how else to do this stuff. Because I know a lot of you probably don't want to box 72 characters. It's kind of a headache. I do it because it just satisfies like a nostalgia, but I understand that this is fairly ridiculous and a little overkill. So I will see if people are interested in seeing 6 characters, and I'll do some videos like that too. Also, I'm finishing up Velious soon, and Lachlan is not one of my favorite expansions. Vexthal has great loot in it. I love the loot, but I don't like the zone very much. It's just very... the fights take too long. Alright, Telkorenar is dead, and I reset the macros. Defensive is still up. That's how fast he died. And he's probably not going to drop anything worth looting, but I'll check anyway. That's what he's got. So, the Black Rock Maul of Crushing is actually a really good one-hander. It's not as good as Frostwrath, which I believe drops off Miranella. I think it drops off Miranella. That's slightly better. And I have that on my knight. The Transparent Eye Patch is kind of a weird item because it has mana and dexterity instead of intelligence or wisdom. So that might be good for a melee character who has mana, maybe a Beast Lord. But I'm pretty sure my Beast Lords have better, and I prefer having a resist item on that slot, so I'm not going to loot it. Yeah, I don't know. Weird loot. Yeah, that's Telkorenar. Nothing to see here. Again, I'm better geared than I need to be for this stuff. If you like what you saw, smash that thumbs up button, hit subscribe, and let me know what you want to see in either Kunark or Velious. Even if it's a weird fight, like a custom fight. For example, I'm going to do a triple Santalak kill if I can. I'm going to try it. So I will see you guys soon in the next video.